Conference and Roberts Wesleyan College promote a positive game environment and good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in positive
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's the starting lineup tonight for the game against the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks against the Queen College Knights here at the Voller Athletic Center. Just to go over the starting lineup again for the Queen College Knights, it's going to be number 10, Beth Bonin, number 11, Madison Rowland, number 12, Mackenzie Rowland, number 13, Merrick Rowland, and number 22, Joy McFarland. For the Redhawks, it's going to be number 4, Cece James, number 5, Taya Andrews, 11, Emily Miller, 12, Brooke Fields, and 21, Lucy Coley to round out the starting 5. The Redhawks right now, they're on a 2-game win streak. Their last win happened to be on the 3rd against the University of Bridgeport. It was a nice win in overtime. They won 92-89. But the Queen College Knights, they also happen to be on an 11-game win streak. They happen to be 10-0 at home. They only have one loss within the conference, so it seems it's going to be a good game tonight. So we'll see how things go. So for the tip-off, it's going to be the Redhawks' Emily Miller versus the Queens College Mackenzie Rowland. Queens College wins the tip-off, and here we go with the first possession. And McFarland passes it out to three-pointer, and an easy bucket right there.
By Merrick Rowland.
First bucket was by Merrick Rowland. That's going to be good for 3, so 3-0 here. Redhawks with their first possession. Brooke Fields, she drives. And it's going to be a traveling call at her, so it's going to be a turnover. So Knights ball under the hoop. So Joy McFarland for the Knights, bringing the ball up the court. Back in her hands, three-pointer, and she sinks that one easily. So 2 quick three-pointers for the Knights.
Merrick Rowland.
6-0 here with 9:14 left to play in the first quarter. Cece James with the Redhawks, trying to call the play, gives it out to Brooke Fields. She again penetrates in the paint, passes it off to Emily Miller. She puts it up, no good. Rebound by the Knights. They're pushing up the floor. And it looks like it's going to be a turnover. The Knights get it back quickly. The shot is put up, no good. And it gets back into the hands of Cece James for the Redhawks. So she brings it over to the right-hand side, gets back in the hand of Brooke Fields. She again goes to the middle, pulls up for an easy jumper, and she sinks it for the first basket for the Redhawks. 6-2. 6-2, Knights still on top. 8:30 left here to play in the first quarter. Joy McFarland bringing it up for the Knights. Back over to Joy McFarland. She puts it up, and she is stuffed by Taya Andrews, and the ball is going to stay with the Knights. So the Knights, interestingly enough, they have 3 sisters in their starting lineup. They have Madison Rowland, Mackenzie Rowland, and Merrick Rowland. So you don't see that too frequently. So it's going to be Knights ball under their hoop. It's in the hands of Beth Bonin, and she looks to pull it up, but no good. The ball goes out of bounds. It's still going to stay with the Knights. So again, Knights ball under the hoop. Joy McFarland, she looks for the pass in. She gets it. Tries to pass Mackenzie Rowland, tried to put the shot up, but it was no good. The shot clock was winding down. So Brooke Fields bringing the ball up the court for the Redhawks. Still 6-2, 7:57 here in the first quarter. Trying to wait for her teammates to set up a play, clears out the lane. She drives up to the hoop, puts it up, but can't quite finish. So Madison Rowland, she has the ball for the Knights, picks up her dribble, passes back up to the point. Joy McFarland, she passes it off to Madison Rowland. And back to Joy McFarland. Back in the hands of Rowland. Back in the hands of Mackenzie Rowland. Shot clock's at 9, 8 counting down. She tries to put it up, and she's going to be called for a travel violation, so another turnover. So Cece James with the ball on the right-hand side. Passes it off to her teammate, no good. Beth Bonin with the ball. Passing it off to Roland. Manta really trying to call some plays here. Roland, she goes to the hoop, drives, and there's going to be a foul called.
Foul called on number 5, Tay Andrews.
That foul is going to be on Tay Andrews, her first personal, team first.
2 shots in the ball.
And first shot is no good. So Merrick Roland, she sinks her second shot. That makes the score 7-2. Knights on top, 6:47 left to play here in the first quarter. So Cece James trying to get something going. Her teammate Tay Andrews isn't open. Gets passed off to Emily Miller at the baseline. She puts it up, and it bounces right back out. So Knights with the ball, pushing up the floor. Roland can take it all the way, no good, but the putback is going to be good. That's going to be Mackenzie Roland for the basket. 9-2. Knights on top, 6:20 here to play. Cece James loses the ball. She tries to go around the defender. Another turnover. Ball gets put up, and another easy basket. It's going to be 11-2.
Bucket for 2.
That bucket was by Madison Roland, so there's going to be 6:09 here to play. There's going to be a timeout.
It's going
to be a 30-second timeout for the Red Hawks. We'll keep you here for a moment.
Now we do have a media timeout.
It's actually going to change to a media timeout, so we'll be back right after the timeout.
It's uniform.
And we're back here at the Voller Athletic Center for the Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball against the Queen College Knights. There's 6:08 left here to play in the first quarter. The Knights are on top 11-2, but it's Red Hawks ball right now. Cece James picks up her dribble. She gives it to her teammate. And Brooke Fields, she looks for help, gets it back in the hands of James. She drives middle to the paint, passes it off for a quick three. That's going to be Lucy Cobley. It's her first three on the day. Cuts the lead down to 6, so 11-5. Knights still on top. So Bonin with the ball up top. She passes it over to Roland. Passes it to Mackenzie Roland. She puts it up. Ball bounces in and out. Emily Miller gets the rebound for the Red Hawks. James looking to take it all the way. And count the basket, and there's going to be a foul.
Foul called on number 22, Joya.
Foul's going to be a number 22 for the Knights. Joya McFarland, her first personal, and the team's second. So Cece James going to line to shoot 2. Excuse me, she only got 1 shot. She did sink it, so the score is going to be 11-8. So Joya McFarland with the ball for the Knights. Just looking to call the play. but she pulls up for a quick jumper, no good. Gets right back into the hands of Rowland. She puts it up for a quick putback in the basket. It's 13-8 Knights. 5 minutes left here to play in the first quarter. Taya Andrews for a long three, and it's good.
Andrews from the backyard triple.
So the Red Hawks letting the Knights know that they're still right in this game. So Madison Rowland with the ball. She passes it off to her sister Mackenzie Rowland. Another one of Rowland's sisters put up three, was no good, but got in the hands. On the Knights, it was no good. So a couple of substitutions coming in for the Red Hawks. It's going to be number 13, Kinsey Brandt, number 20, Sarah Coveley. So Knights have the ball under the hoop. McFarland had a nice, easy pass to her teammate who was wide open right under the hoop. So it's 15-11. Knights on top, 4:15 left here to play. Sarah Nady passed it right into the hands of Rowland. So another quick turnover. She's looking to take it all the way, and she does.
Madison Rowland.
Madison Rowland was the one with that bucket. That gives her 6 points on the day. So that's about the third or fourth possession where the Knights have taken it end-to-end for nice quick buckets. But Brooke Field, she go ahead and she answers with a bucket of her own. So keeps the game within 4. 17-13 Knights, 3:50 here to play in the first quarter. McFarland's passing it off to Rowland, who passes it back to McFarland. She tries to take it all the way, hits the rim, no good. Brooke Fields gets the rebound. She's going to bring it up the floor, see if she can do something, take it all the way. No good. Bonin passes it off to Rowland, tries to put it up, no good. And the other Rowland puts it in.
Mackenzie Rowland.
It's going to be Mackenzie Rowland for the basket. So it's 19-13. Knights on top, 3:15 left here to play. So the Knights definitely using their height to their advantage. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called on the Knights.
Foul called on number 10, Beth Bonin.
Foul's going to be on Beth Bonin. Her first personal, 13th foul. Roberts Wesleyan basketball. So Kinsey Brandt passes it into Taya Andrews. She pulls up for a long three that's going to miss to the right. Rowland gets the rebound. They're pushing the ball up the floor as they have all game. Back in the hands of Bonin. She passes it in to the other Rowland sister. Caitlin Mann with the ball. Drive to the hoop by the Knights is no good. Back in the hands of Kinsey Brandt for the Red Hawks. She passes it off to Sarah Nady. She's looking to see if she can get something. No good. She pulls it back out. She pulls up her dribble, tries to pass it to her teammate, Brooke Fields, who almost gets it taken away by the defender guarding her very closely. Looks like the team is trying to clear out a lane to the basket for Brooke. The shot is no good, but she does get fouled.
13, Merrick Rowland, first personal.
Foul's going to be on Merrick Rowland for the Knights, her first personal, team fourth.
12, Brooke Fields.
So Brooke Fields is going to be going to the line to shoot foul shots here. She sinks her first. So she cuts the lead to 5, 19-14. She's at 5 points for the day. And she sinks her second as well. So 19-15, Knights still on top, 2:23 left here to play in the first quarter. So Caitlin Mann with the ball. Pass up and the Knights are going to be called on a double dribble. So Field bringing the ball up the court for the Red Hawks. She passes off to Kinsey Brandt and hits the rim, no good. Rolling with the rebound for the Knights. Pass it back off to Bonin. She puts up a long three. This is to the left, but a defensive rebound by Rowland. Her putback is no good, and the Red Hawks finally get the ball back. Nady bringing the ball up the floor, gives it to Brandt. She surveys the floor, sees what's going on. And a long three by Emily Miller missed. So turnover right back into the hands of the Knights. Rowland tries to put up, and there's going to be a jump ball.
Roberts basketball out of bounds.
So 1:25 left here to play in the first quarter, 19-15 in favor of the Knights. Fields with the ball for the Red Hawks. Looking to get the screen from her teammate, Lucy Coveley. Pass it over in the corner to Kinsey Brandt. She looks to put it up, and it bounces in and out. So and two attempts, two putbacks by Rowland for the Knights are no good. The Knights have had a lot of offensive rebounds and usually been able to capitalize on them so far. And another shot by Brandt for the Red Hawks. Bounces in and out. So they just can't quite seem to finish. So Rowland picks up her dribble mid-court. And that's another putback by Mackenzie Rowland.
Mackenzie Rowland
makes the score 21-15. 30 seconds left here to play in the first quarter. Sarah Nady with the ball for the Knights. Pass it off to Brooke Fields. 17 seconds on the shot clock, about 5 seconds different from what's on the scoreboard. Try to do the pick and roll to Emily Miller. It's no good. It gets right in the hands of Bonden for the Knights. And Rowland gets fouled on the attempt by Kinsey Brandt.
Foul called on number 12, Brooke Fields, first personal.
Oh, excuse me, the foul was on Brooke Fields. That's her first personal. It's going to be the second for the team, so Madison Rowland's at the line. She missed her first shot. She's going to get another one here. She hits her second. So that extends the lead to 7. So 12 seconds left here to play in the first quarter. Cece James with the ball for the Red Hawks. Tries to get the screen from Tay Andrews. Scoreboard down at 3. Kinsey Brandt needs to put it up. She does, and it's no good. So at the end of the first quarter here, the score is going to be 22-15. Knights on top.
Red Hawks 15.
We're here at the Voller Athletic Center watching the women's basketball game for the Roberts Wesleyan Red Hawks against the Knights of Queens College, and we'll be back at the start of the second quarter. So we're back here at the Voller Athletic Center watching Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball. It's the start of the second quarter. Sit there, the Queens College Knights. They have 22. Roberts Wesleyan Red Hawks is going to be 15, so it's going to be the Knights ball.
Knight basketball about to begin the second quarter.
So Merrick Rowland passing into Caitlin Mann. See if the Knights at all changed up their offense. And there's going to be a nice, easy pass over to Mann for an easy bucket. It's going to make it 24-15. One thing the Knights have been doing very well all game so far is finding the open player. Calling plays and finding open players. So Taya Andrews has it down low. She tries to put it up. No good. Mann with the ball, pushing it up court. Rolling with the ball in the paint. She puts it up. No good. And it gets back in the hands of the Knights. So Mann pulls it up, back up top. Shot clock is down to 14, 13. She's looking to call the play, see if she can find an open player, pass it down to Rowland. Tries to do the pick and roll. She has a couple defenders on her. And the Redhawks finally get it back. So Brookfield's with the ball. She's looking to push it up floor, pass it down to her teammate, Emily Miller, and they are able to finish. So that's her first bucket on the day. Cuts the lead down to 7, 24-17, 8:48 left here to play. So Mann with the ball up top. Passes it off to Lucas. Bonin passes it down to Rowland. She tries to do the turnaround jumper, doesn't get it. Emily Miller with the rebound, pass it to Cece James, and passes it up to Sarah Nady for a breakaway, and she can finish. So 2 back-to-back buckets by the Redhawks, 24-19, 8:20 left here to play. So Mann with the ball off the screen from her teammate Rowland. She puts up the shot, and it's right in.
2-point bucket is good by Caitlin Mann.
Her second bucket on the day gives her 4 points, 26-19. A little over 8 minutes left here to play in the second quarter. Nady with the ball for the Redhawks, passing off to Emily Miller, back to Taya Andrews. Back to Sarah Nady, who drives into the middle. Pass off to Emily Miller, and she's able to get the bucket too. Cuts it back, the lead back down to 5, 26-21, 7:45 left here to play. So Mann with the ball, gets a screen from Rowland, her teammate. Passes it back to Lucas. She misses the basket completely.
Out of bounds. Roberts basketball.
It's going to be Roberts ball. Lucy Coley coming back in for the Redhawks. There were 2 substitutions as well for the Knights. Cece James bringing the ball up the court for the Redhawks. Taya Andrews tries to set the screen for her. She picks up her dribble, gives it back to Taya Andrews. Gives it to Lucy, who gives it off to Emily Miller. Pass it way back up top to Taya Andrews. Shot clock's down at 8. She almost loses it. Brooke Fields in the middle, tries to drive. Can she take it all the way? No good on the finish, but Emily Miller with the offensive rebound. Reset shot clock. Taya Andrews puts it up. And ball's out of bounds. Knights ball.
Out of bounds.
So Mann with the ball here. Passes it down low. Passes it back to Mann, who put the shot up. Doesn't go in. Taya Andrews with the rebound, who gives it to Cece James, who looks to try to take it all the way. The shot is waved off. Foul's going to be on the floor.
Foul called on number 10, Beth Bonin.
That's going to be a foul on Beth Bonin, her second personal, team first for the quarter.
Roberts basketball.
It's going to be Roberts basketball. Merrick Rowland came back in for the Knights. So Brooke Fields with the ball, back up top for the Redhawks. Passes it across court to her teammate Taya Andrews, who passes it back up to Cece James. She tries to drive to the middle.
Traveling violation.
It's going to be a traveling violation called on the Redhawks, so the possession arrow is going to go to the Knights. So Mann bringing the ball back up top. Up to Maloney. He passes it back out to Rowland. And there's going to be a foul called.
Foul called on number 11, Emily Miller.
Foul's going to be an Emily Miller for the Red Hawks, her first personal, the team first this quarter. So 26-21 in the second quarter, 5:56 left to play. Knights ball under their hoop. Man pass into her teammate who gets a wide open look and a lay-in, 28-21. That's about the fourth or fifth time that I've seen that happen. So Lucy Coley with the ball, gets it turned over, rolling with the ball on the breakaway. Let's see if she can go ahead and finish. Shot's going to be no good, but the foul's going to be on CeCe James.
Foul called on number 4, CeCe James.
Her first personal, the team second.
Team foul number 2.
Team second for this quarter.
2 shots.
So Madison Rowland's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. She sinks her first one, extends the lead to 8, 29-21. And the second one rims in and out, but gets a putback by her teammate Rowland.
Mackenzie Rowland.
Mackenzie Rowland has 10 points on the day. And the ref is saying that the shot clock was off, so it needs to be reset. So Red Hawk substitution, Morgan Patton's coming in. So 31-21, 5:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Fields with the ball up top. She has a nice pass down low to her teammate, Tay Andrews, with the foul. Very nice play right there.
Foul called on number 2, Caitlin Mann, first personal.
Fouls for the Knights was on Caitlin Mann, which was her first personal, the team second for the quarter. And Andrews sinks her shot. That was a 3-point play. So 31-24, 5:16 left to play. Knights still on top. Mann bringing the ball up for the Knights. Passes it off to Rowland. She pulls up for the jumper. No good. And there's going to be another foul called on the rebound.
Foul called on number 21, Lucy Copley, first personal.
Foul's going to be on Lucy Copley for the Red Hawks, her first personal, team third. Knights with the ball under the hoop.
Team foul number 3.
Mann passes it into Rowland, turned around for the jumper but couldn't finish. Red Hawks with the rebound, so CeCe James with the ball up top. She tries to feed it down low to her teammate Fields, but she's covered by 2 defenders. She goes back to the paint, picks up her dribble. And there's going to be another foul for the Red Hawks. It's going to be on Morgan Patton. It's going to be her first personal, team fourth.
And we have immediate timeout.
And there's going to be a media timeout called. So we will be back after the timeout. You're watching Roberts Wesleyan Women's Basketball here at the Baller Athletic Center.
Honey, I made you lunch.
That's my mom. Same lunch every day. No, that's perfect lunch.
Salvatores.com. Bill Gray's is serving up fresh food that's made to order and just for you. Voted Rochester's best burger and fish fry, we're the hometown favorite that will make you say, "Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's."
We are back here at the Baller Athletic Center for the Roberts Wesleyan Women's Basketball. Roberts Wesleyan is playing the Queen College Knights. Currently it's 31-24, Knights on top with 4:43 left here to play in the second quarter. It's going to be the Red Hawks ball as we go back into play. No, excuse me, it's going to be the Knights ball as we go back into play. So man running point, bringing the ball up for the Knights. Passes it off to Roland, who seems to be looking for an open player. Mann gets the ball. She puts it up right into the hands of Brookfield for the Red Hawks. Cece James gets the ball back up top, gives it back to Fields. Looking for an open teammate. Gives back to Tay Andrews. Seems like the Red Hawks are trying to get something together here as far to get a play going, but it's not quite working for them. But Lucy Cobley is able to drive into the paint, puts the shot up, and it's good. So 31-26, lead cut to 5. Knights still on top with 3:50 left to play. Mann fed it off to Roland. She easily banks it off of the backboard.
Madison Roland.
So it's 33-26. 3:40 left to play. Knights still up by 7. So Cece James passes it off to her teammate, to Lucy. She can't hit the 3. Mann with the ball, looking for an open teammate. She pulls up her dribble.
It's a traveling violation, Roberts basketball.
In that last possession, there's going to be a traveling violation on the night, so it's going to be Roberts basketball. Sarah Nady did come back in for the Red Hawks. She has the ball currently. Passes it off to her teammate Fields. Looks to drive it in the middle. Passes it off to Emily Miller. Hits the rim, no good. Tay Andrews trying very hard for that defensive rebound. That was a feed by Roland to her teammate Maloney. So 35-26, 3 minutes left here to play in the second quarter. Knights up. Fields with the shot from the corner, and she sinks it. No, excuse me, that was Taya Andrews. Taya Andrews with the bucket. She has 8 points on the day. So the lead is cut to 7, 35-28. So Joy McFarland with the ball for the Knights. Long 3 by the Knights is no good. Tay Andrews gets the rebound. Passes it off to Fields, is bringing it back up. Tay Andrews with another look. And she misses, ball out of bounds.
Timeout's taken.
And it looks like there's going to be a timeout call by the Knights. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second. So we'll keep you here. So right now the score is 35-28, Knights on top, 2:18 left to play. Definitely have to say the Knights have been playing some very good basketball, been setting a lot of picks, running a lot of plays, finding the open player. But the Red Hawks, they've not been backing down. They've been trying to answer, and they've been keeping the game close. 7-point game here. So see how this second quarter finishes off. So McFarland with the ball, passes it off. Knights tried to take it all the way to the hoop, couldn't finish. Tay Andrews passes it up to Sarah Nady, passes it all the way across the floor to her teammate for the 3. That was Lucy Cobley with the attempt, it was no good. So McFarland with the Knights, passes it off. She gets it back in her hands, she's looking for the open player. And it's Lucy Cobley with the steal. Pass it to Tay Andrews, who gives it up to Emily Miller with the bucket and the foul.
Emily Miller. Score it.
Always like to see that.
Foul called on number 22, Joy McFarland.
And fouls on 22, Joy McFarland
Team foul.
for the Knights. That's her first personal.
1-1.
Third for the team. So Emily Miller at the line. And she sinks the shot, so 3-point play. You always like to see that. She has 7 points on the day, cuts the lead down to 4, 35-31 Knights, 1:25 left here to play. Man with the ball for the Knights, she pulls up, misses. Lucy Covely, she gets the rebound and gives it back off to Fields, who gives it up to her teammate Tay Andrews, who passes it up to Sarah Nady. And a quick turnover by the Knights, by Rowland, very quick play. She puts it up but can't finish. Tay Andrews gets the rebound. 1 minute left here in the second quarter. Passes it off to Sarah Nady, can't hit. And it's going to be out of bounds, and the ball's going to stay with the Red Hawks. So Beth Bonin coming back in for the Knights. Sarah Nady looking for an open player. Can't seem to find it.
30-second timeout taken.
There's going to be a 30-second timeout taken. So we'll keep you here for the timeout. It's 35-31, Knights on top. They've been leading since the beginning of the game in the first quarter, but the Red Hawks have stayed nipping at their heels. They're currently down by 4 right now, 52.8 left to play. So Red Hawk ball. Sarah Nady looking for an open player. Gives it to Lucy Covely, gives it back to her. 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Sarah Nady tries to take it all the way. Can't quite finish. Emily Miller almost gets the offensive rebound, but can't quite come away with it. Rowland passes it down to her teammate, who passes it back up to her. Gives it to Bonin, who passes it off to Mann, who pulls it back out. So about 10 seconds between the shot clock and the scoreboard. Rowland loses it, but gets it back in her hands. Red Hawks playing very tight defense. And Bone can't quite get the roll to finish it. So Red Hawks get the ball back. 14 seconds left to play. Fields with the ball up top. Fields taking the ball. Waiting until the shot clock goes all the way down. She tries to take it and drive.
Jump ball.
And there's going to be a jump ball called on the play. Fields was not happy about that. She felt like she was fouled. 1.5 seconds on the scoreboard. Going to have to be an extremely quick shot off. Sarah Nady tried to put it up, but had a defender right there on her. So at the end of here on the second quarter, the Knights are still leading by 4, 35-31. We will be back after halftime, hopefully with some stats from the first quarter. You are watching Roberts Wesley Women's Basketball here at the Voller Athletic Center.
Today's contestant.
And we're back here at the Voller Athletic Center for Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball against the Knights of Queens College. I'm just going to go over a couple of the first half stats really quick. So the score was 35-31. Knights came out on top for the first quarter. The Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks, they struggled from behind the arc. They were 2 for 13. They were 12 for 34 from the field, which was a 35.3 percentage. They were perfect from the free throw line. They were 5 for 5. But where they absolutely got killed was on the offensive boards. They had 3 themselves, but compared to Queens' 12, they had a lot of points given away. And it's funny to look at as well because both teams were matched for the defensive rebounds. They both had 17 and 17. For the Knights, they were 34.1% from the field. They were 15 for 44. And from behind the arc, they were 2 for 5, which put them at 40%. So, again, we're here back in the third quarter. Score is 36-31. Actually, make that 37-31. With 9:40 left to play here in the third quarter.
And if all as we were going through the stats on Lucy Coveley, that's her second and the team's first. Both shots were good from the free throw line. But you were mentioning there, Michelina, that the killer for the Redhawks was that offensive rebound ratio. And when it's that big of a difference, the Redhawks are lucky to be as close as they are right now.
Absolutely.
And if they can kind of match those offensive boards or box out a little bit better here in the second half, then we could see a completely different game.
Yeah, there definitely is a height advantage for the Knights, but again, you got to box out when the shot goes up, so hopefully they can do that here in the third and fourth quarter. So Tay Andrews with the ball down low. She's covered by 2 defenders. And it looks like there's going to be a traveling violation called.
Substitution for the Knights coming in is Davielle Lucas, the sophomore out of Greenville, South Carolina.
So Joy McFarland with the ball for the Knights. 8:48 left to play here in the third quarter. Knights on top, 40-31. She passes out to Lucas. He passes back up to McFarland. Shot clock is down to 8. McFarland drives to the hoop. Can't finish. Rebound by Emily Miller. She passes up to Tay Andrews, who gives it up to Cece James. Passes back up to Brooke Fields. She looks for the open lane. Stops, picks up her dribble. Gives it back to Emily Miller. Gives it back to Tay Andrews. She drives into the paint. Looks for Emily Miller. She puts up a nice jumper, but hits the rim. No good.
Now Miller was able to get that shot off, but that was a great defensive showing by Queens College, not allowing Redhawks to get anywhere of a good shot off. It was a good job by the defenders flashing out on the arc, as the Redhawks are obviously a great three-point shooting team, and they're really not allowing the Redhawks to get those shots off.
There's going to be a traveling violation called there on the Knights, so Roberts is going to get the ball under the hoop. So Emily Miller has the ball, tries to put a shot up and draw a foul, but no good. Ball gets turned over to Rowland. She pulls up her jumper right in the paint, hits the rim.
Over the back call, Queens will charge for the foul there first, and the first on Madison Rowland.
Team foul number 1.
It's going to be her first personal, the team first for the third quarter. So score still 40-31, 7:20 left here to play in the third quarter. Redhawks ball. Tay Andrews gets a screen from Emily Miller. Tay Andrews drives into the paint. Lucy Coley puts it up, bounces in and out. Into the hands of Mann. She gives it off to her teammate, who gets it back up to Bonin. She puts it up right in the middle, no good. But the Knights get in, kick it back out.
Shot didn't hit the rim, so no new shot clock, 14 seconds.
Mann with the ball, she pulls up, and she drains it.
A long 2.
And she extends the lead to 11, 42-31. 6:43 left here to play in the third quarter. So Cece James with the ball. passes it off to Emily Miller. Long pass across the court to Taya Andrews. Finds Emily Miller down low. Passes it back to her. Shot clock down to 8. Looking for Brooke Fields. She realizes the clock is running down. She puts up the shot and draws the foul.
Great drive by Brooke Fields, trying to make something happen, knowing that there's no time on the clock. But again, another great defensive showing by Queens there, not allowing the Redhawks to get a shot off.
So Fields sinks her first shot. Kinsey Brandt coming back in for the Redhawks for Emily Miller. And she sinks her second as well. Cuts the lead to 9, 42-33. Knights still on top. 6:20 left here to play. So Mann passes off to Rowland. Passes it off to Bonin. Passes it down low to Rowland. She tries to turn around and put it up. Hits the rim, no good. Hands gets back into the field. Ball gets back in the hands of Fields for the Redhawks. Shot is waved off.
Foul called on number 2, Caitlin Mann. Second
Foul's going to be a number 2
personal,
on Caitlin Mann for the Knights. Her second personal. Team third. Redhawks get a pass and under the hoop. There's going to be another foul called.
Oh, 4 quick fouls for the Knights. Not even halfway through this third quarter.
It's going to be on Beth Bonin again. Her third personal.
Third personal, team foul.
It's going to be the team fourth. So, and there's going to be another foul.
Foul called on number 4.
But it looks like it's going to be at CC James with the Redhawks.
Second personal.
Her second personal, team second.
And a substitution for the Knights, Kamikia Barnes.
So rolling with the ball up top, pass it over to her teammate. McFarland put up the long 3, didn't go. Ball back in the hands of CC James for the Redhawks. Passes it back up to Fields up top. She tries to put it up, completely misses the hoop. Rowland gives it off to her sister. No good. Jump ball on the floor.
Jump ball. Roberts basketball bounce.
It's going to be Roberts' ball.
Redhawks substitution. Nady is in place of James. Good to see Nady back on the floor. She was ill the last game. She was out there for a matter of about 2 minutes, and she took everything out of her that she had. So glad that she's feeling much better.
So Nady passes it off to Brain, who passes it up to Tayanch at the top. She tries to drive to the hoop, but doesn't have anything open. Picks up her dribble, looks for help, gives it to Lucy Cobley. Long 3 for Sarah Nady. She is definitely feeling better.
That was about 5 or 6 feet off.
So 42-36 Knights, 4:32 left here to play. Looks like we're gonna have a timeout here by the Knights.
Timeout is taken. It's immediate timeout.
It's gonna be immediate timeout. So we will be back after the timeout. You're watching Robert Wesleyan basketball on RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
Bill Gray's is serving up fresh food that's made to order and just for you. Voted Rochester's best burger and fish fry, we're the hometown favorite that will make you say, "Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's."
back here at the Voller Athletic Center for watching Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball against the Queens College Knights. We're in the third quarter here with 4:32 left to play. The Knights are on top, 42-36. So man with the ball up top for the Knights. She passes it off to Rowland, who lobs it into her teammate, who has two defenders right on her, but they get it right back after it almost going out of bounds. So 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Man drives into the paint. She tries to lob it into Rowland again, who finds the open player on the right-hand side for an easy bucket.
And the Redhawks have had a little bit of trouble on defense, helping out with the opposite block coming over on help side.
That bucket was by Maloney for the Knights. That was her second bucket on the day. So Kinsey Brandt puts up the shot, but it's going to be waved off, it looks like. And there's going to be another timeout called by the Redhawks. And we will be back after the break. You're watching Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball.
The East Coast Conference is committed to excellence both on and off the field. Member institutions are active in supporting their communities through service and fundraising projects, and our student athletes work hard to achieve in the classroom, preparing themselves for success after graduation. The ECC, home to 21 national championship teams, currently provides 17 championships in 10 sports and is committed to creating a positive game environment for all. The East Coast Conference, a proud member of NCAA Division II.
We're back here at the Voller Athletic Center watching Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball against the Queen College Knights. It's 44-36 with 3:53 left here to play in the third quarter. Knights are with the ball. Man bringing it up for the Knights. Pass off to Rowland, who gets the feed down to her sister Rowland. Can't quite get the roll. So Tate Andrews with the rebound. Gets in the hand of Brooke Fields, who tries to pass it over to her teammate, but it gets knocked out of bounds, so it's going to stay with the Redhawks. So Kinsey Brandt, the inbounds passer for the Redhawks. And it hits the ref out of bounds. There's going to be another turnover. It's going to be Knights ball.
And that pass, it went up and it hit the referee, and then it went out of bounds. And Coveley was asking, I would have grabbed the ball, but it hit you and went out of bounds. But the referees are in play.
So man with the long, looks like that's going to be a three. So 46, that's actually going to be a 2. That gives her 10 points on the day, 46-36. But Tay Andrews go ahead and she answers with a three-pointer, 46-39. Just over 3 minutes remaining here to play. Man passes it off to Rowland. Passes it back to Man. It's at the top of the key and she pulls it back out. Rowland almost loses it. She pulls it up, tries to bank it in off the backboard, but she gets her own rebound. And another bucket for the Knights.
What a putback by Madison Rowland.
So the lead extended to 9. 48-38, or excuse me, 48-39. Pass right into the hands of the Knights defender, Caitlin Maloney. And it's put up and it's good. Definitely not the first time we've seen that play today where the Knights have taken it end-to-end on a turnover. So it's 50-39, 2:10 left to play. Sarah Nady passes it off to Lucy Cobley, but there's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, reach in by Emer Maloney.
Emily Miller coming back in for the Red Hawks.
Maloney, first personal, keep on the 5, 2 shots at the line.
Lucy Cobley going to the line for the Red Hawks.
Red Hawks are in the bonus for the rest of the quarter, 2 minutes and 10 seconds worth.
She hits her first. And she hits her second, so the lead is cut to 9, 50-41 Knights, 2:10 left to play. So man passes off to Roland. Passes it back off to her sister. Passes it to Maloney and passes it back to Roland. She puts it up for a jumper, no good. But offensive rebound by the Knights, passes back out and the shot clock gets reset. So Roland puts up the shot, no good. And there's going to be a foul call before the putback is put up. Foul's going to be on Lucy Cobley. It's going to be her third personal, team third. And there's going to be another one called on Lucy Cobley.
Now she has 4.
That's not good. That's going to be her fourth personal, team fourth. So CC James comes right in for her.
It's Morgan Patton.
So Mann puts the ball up for the Knights, and she hits the easy jumper. 52-41. So Brookfield with the ball for the Red Hawks. She's trying to find an open lane, trying to get the screen from Morgan Patton, her teammate. Emily Miller puts the shot up for the Red Hawks. Looked a little rushed, so shot was no good. Maloney with the ball for the Knights. Passes it up to Roland up top. So under a minute left here to play in the third quarter. Shot is going to be waved off. There's going to be another foul.
It's on Morgan Patton before the shot. But the Knights are now in the bonus, so 2 foul shots anyways.
So Mackenzie Rowland's going to the line for the Knights. First shot's going to be no good.
James comes in for the Red Hawks, and Barnes in for the Knights.
Second shot is going to be good. Lead is extended to 12, 53-41. Knights on top, 40 seconds left to play. Red Hawks with the ball. CC James bringing it up. Passes it over to Sarah Nady. Tries to get the screen from Emily Miller. Drives into the paint, puts it up. No good. Knights with the rebound. Roland pushing the ball up the floor. Pass it over to her sister. She puts it up. No good. And the Knights get it again.
His offensive rebounds are killing the Red Hawks.
Yeah, the whole game it's been like that. So 10 seconds on the clock. Fields with the ball for the Red Hawks. She's trying to clear something out, see if she can get one last shot. She drives, tries to pass it right into the hands of the Knights defender, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So the Knights extend their lead. It's 55-41.
Third quarter, the score after 3, the Knights 55, the Red Hawks 41.
And I think Fields already had her mind made up that she was going to the basket as the clock was running down, but Miller had a nice lane down to the near side block, and she was pretty much open, but Fields decided to drive instead and had the turnover. But that'll do it here for the third.
All right, we'll be back after this with the fourth quarter. You're watching Roberts Wellesley Women's Basketball.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
And we're back here at the Waller Athletic Center for the Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball game against the Queen College Knights for the start of the fourth quarter. Score right now stands 55-41, Knights on top. So man passed it off to McFarland. Shot did not go. Sarah Nady has a breakaway for the Redhawks. She gets fouled.
Way to run the floor for the Redhawks. They know that they haven't really been getting a good shot off, and the Knights have been playing great defense. A way to push it up the floor and draw the foul.
Absolutely. That shot was going to be on Madison Rowland for the Knights. That's her second personal, team first for the quarter. And the second one goes in as well. So lead cut to 12, 55-43.
Redhawks in this full court press.
Knights definitely feeling the pressure. It's going to be a turnover.
5-second violation. Great defense. Now let's see if the Redhawks can start stringing some things together. Great way to push it up the floor, score 2 points. Now a turnover. Get the ball back. Let's see what they can do here.
So James passing to Nady for the three. Rims out.
That was the shot. Just missed, unfortunately.
So Rowland passes it off to her sister, who passes it off to Mann. Lobs it into the Rowland, who gets stuffed by Nady, but she gets it right back. Nady with excellent defense there, so turnover. Redhawks with the ball.
That's the help side defense I was talking about in the third quarter that was lacking for the Redhawks. Wait for Nady to step over and get the turnover.
But unfortunately, another turnover right there for the Redhawks. Pass right into a Knights defender. Trying to pull the foul. She did.
Foul called on number 4, CeCe James.
That was going to be number 4, CeCe James. Her third personal, team first for the quarter. First shot rims in and out for Madison Rowland. But she hits her second. So she has 16 points on the day. Score is 56-43, just under 9 minutes to play. Tay enters the long three, and she sinks it.
That was a great shot off the pick. A nice handoff, and wait for Miller to turn around for the screen.
Absolutely. So Knights again trying to run the floor, but the ball is pulled back up to Mann up top. Pass it up to Rowland. Pass it up to Lucas, back up to Rowland up top. Tries to lob it in to forward. CeCe James finally gets the loose ball. Pass it up to Sarah Nady for the breakaway. She puts it up, and it's good. Running the floor again, very nice. So she has 9 points on the day, cuts the lead to 8. Just over 8 minutes left here to play in the fourth quarter.
Never count the Redhawks out. They can get hot at any point.
Foul called on number 12, Brooke Fields.
So foul's going to be called on Brooke Fields for the Redhawks. Going to be her second personal, team second for the quarter.
2 shots.
Madison Rowland's going to be going to the line to shoot 2 shots. She misses her first. You can hear head coach Gary Andrews telling his girls to box out. Second shot rims in and out. Serenade gets the rebound, passes it over to CC James. Emily Miller puts up the shot, no good. Merrick Rowland with the rebound. Pass it off to the point. Man. So 7.5 left here to play in the fourth quarter. And a three put up by Rowland. She has 10 points on the day, so it extends the lead to 11, 59-48. Knights on top. Emily Miller pass it off to Tay Andrews. Pass it up top to Brooke Fields. She drives the middle to the paint, passes it off to Sarah Nady. Emily Miller puts up the shot, and it is good. That was a nice three-pointer by Emily Miller. So cuts the lead down, back down to 8. So Mon puts up the shot. Excuse me, Man puts up the shot. No good. Redhawks get the ball back. Sarah Nady passes it right down to a wide open Emily Miller.
Great awareness. She was thinking about the shot, but she saw that Miller was wide open.
So again, the lead cut down to 6. We still have a close game here. 6:17 left to play.
Now, one big thing that I've seen Redhawks come out different here in this fourth quarter, not only are they actually starting to score, but they're playing great defense.
Absolutely. Shot clock down to 5. Pass it up to Rowland at the top of the key. No good. CC James with the rebound. So the Redhawks could really use a bucket here to get the momentum going in their favor. So Tay Andrews is going to be called. There's going to be a foul on her as she tried to drive in the baseline. It's going to be a Madison Rowland. It's going to be her third personal, team second.
Roberts basketball.
Lucy Coveley came back in for the Redhawks.
Now remember, Coveley does have 4 fouls.
Brooke Fields gets called for a 3-second violation in the paint. She was looking to put the shot up, but just had a defender in her face the whole time. So the Redhawks still here with a full court press. CC James on the point man for the Knights. And the Knights are going to call the timeout.
Timeout is taken by Queens. It is now a media timeout.
It's going to be immediate timeout. So we will be back after the timeout. 59-53 in favor of the Knights. You are watching Roberts Wesleyan basketball on RWCSN.
Back then, our helmets were leather. Not everyone was encouraged to play. We only drank what they gave us. Our socks were high and our shorts were short. Our masks were terrifying. We wore fur. We searched for an edge. Sometimes that meant stickum. Other times, that meant voodoo. We went big, really big. It was business up front and party in the back. And we didn't have a nutrition plan.
That was then. This is now. Athletes have evolved. We are today's athletes. We are focused. We push ourselves further. We're all players now. We have no off-season. We demand better, and we're obsessed with what we put in our bodies. Sports have evolved. So has the sports drink. Upgrade your game. Upgrade to Body Armor.
Professional Services Law Corporation.
And we're back here at the Baller Athletic Center for the Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball game. We're in the fourth quarter. There's 5:36 left to play, and the Queens College Knights are leading the Redhawks by 6. The score is 59-53. Knights are going to have the ball here. Man passes off to Rowland, who passes it right back to her. Rowland finds Man again on the left-hand side. Shot clock's at 6. Shot was just kind of thrown up there by Rowland. No good. CeCe James picks up her dribble, passes it off to Tay Andrews, who's wide open and gets the bucket to go.
Good move by Andrews to fake off the defender.
So lead is cut to 4. That's the closest the Red Hawks have been pretty much since the start of the game. But they're still right in it. You just have to play tight defense here. So 4:45 left to play.
And you can see the panic starting to come to Queens.
Man with the shot up top. And the Red Hawks don't let the Knights get a second attempt.
Now Man has had an opportunity several times, even on the last few possessions, to shoot that shot, but she hasn't taken it. You know that that shot that she took there was just because she was desperate. She had no other option.
So 10 on the shot clock. Fields looking for her teammate, Emily Miller, who gets the shot up, doesn't go, but she does draw the foul.
Good awareness by Miller. She knew, she saw the contact, felt the contact, and she knew she was going down, put up the shot, give it a chance. If not, you go to the line and shoot 2.
Absolutely. So Emily Miller at the line, shooting 2. She hits her first, cuts the lead to 3.
Beth Bonin comes in for the Knights.
Miller misses her second shot. So 3-point game here, 59-56 Knights with just over 4 minutes to play here left in the fourth quarter. Red Hawks have been playing a very good game against a 19-3 Knights team. So pass down to Rowland, who has 3 defenders right on her.
Again, there it's that help side defense for the Red Hawks finally coming through.
Now that they finally have that figured out, they're able to keep it a little bit closer. CeCe James tries to put the shot up, but it's waved off. Foul's going to be on Beth Bonin. That's going to be her 4th personal, team 4th. So one more, and she's going to be out of the game. So pass into Lucy Coley for the Knights, or I'm sorry, for the Red Hawks. Passes off to CeCe James. Tries to lob it into Tay Andrews over the defender's head. She puts it up, but it's no good, but she does get fouled.
That's the Knights' 5th foul as well, so the Red Hawks in the bonus the rest of the game.
Fouls on Merrick Rowland, her 3rd personal, team 5th. So Tay Andrews at the line to shoot.
Red Hawks were perfect from the free throw line in that first half, and now they've missed 2 big free throws here in the latter part of the game.
She misses her second. She definitely could have used those 2 free throws there, but it's still a 3-point game. 3:17 left to play. Knights ball. So Rowland with the ball up top, pass it off to Man. Ten on the shot clock. Man pulls up, and she hits the jumper. Extends the lead to 5, 61-56. So Emily Miller drives into the paint, passes it back to Tay Andrews, who passes out to Lucy Coley for the 3, and she hits it. So that cuts the lead down to 2. That's the closest lead for the Red Hawks the entire game.
2.5 minutes to go.
So the Red Hawks still letting the Knights know that they are right in it and they're not giving up. So Rowland with the ball up at the top of the key, and she banks it in off the backboard, extends the lead to 4.
Red Hawks don't hit the panic button yet. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. They did there, but Miller looked over the wrong shoulder.
Would have been a nice play. Miller could have gotten that. But a feed right into to Roland for another bucket for the Knights. So the lead goes back to 6. 1:47 left to play. CeCe James with the ball in the paint. She turns around, puts it up, no good. Emily Miller tried to get the rebound on that. So Roland pushing the ball up the floor again, another feed. To Roland, that's going to be another bucket. So it's 67-59. Knights on top. They pulled back to 8. There's 1:35 left here to play in the fourth quarter. And it looks like there's going to be a full timeout here. So you're watching Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball. We will be back after the timeout.
The East Coast Conference is committed to excellence both on and off the field. Member institutions are active in supporting their communities through service and fundraising projects, and our student athletes work hard to achieve in the classroom, preparing themselves for success after graduation. The ECC, home to 21 national championship teams, currently provides 17 championships in 10 sports and is committed to creating a positive game environment for all. The East Coast Conference, a proud member of NCAA Division II.
Bill Gray's is serving up fresh food that's made to order and just for you. Voted Rochester's best burger and fish fry, we're the hometown favorite that will make you say, "Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray."
We're back here at the Baller Athletic Center for the Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball game against the Queens College Knights. It's 1:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's 67-59 in favor of the Knights. So it's going to be the Red Hawks ball. Fields waiting to the last second possible to pick up the ball before the clock starts. Lucy Goodley with a long three, hits the rim. Fields tried super hard to get that offensive rebound, stays on the defender, passes it off to Roland.
Now the Red Hawks aren't fouling. 1:10 to play, down by 8.
Mann passes it off to Roland. He passes it back up to Maloney and gives it back to Mann. 8 on the shot clock. And a nice feed into Roland for the easy bucket.
That's best case scenario for the Knights. Use up all but 2 seconds on the shot clock and you score.
So 45 seconds left here to play. Red Hawks with the ball. The lead is extended to 10. Tay Andrews trying to take it all the way, and she does.
Red Hawks going to have to foul here. They do.
Foul number 4, CeCe James.
Foul's going to be a number 4, CeCe James. That's her 4th personal, team 3rd.
Red Hawks got 2 more fouls to give until the free throws.
So Tay Andrews with a quick reach in.
Foul on number 5, Taya Andrews.
That's her 2nd personal, team 4th.
Team foul number 4.
31 seconds. You hear Gary Andrews saying, "Don't foul 10, don't foul 10." That's Beth Bonin. And the pass is right in to Bonin.
And there's going to be a foul called on Beth Bonin.
Foul called on number 20. Say so, Nady, first personal. Team foul number 5, 2 shots in the line.
That foul was on
Both teams on the bonus.
Sarah Nady. That was her 1st personal, team 5th. So Bonin at the line. She hits her 1st. Extends the lead to 9, 70-61. 23.7 on the clock. hits her second as well. So lead extended back to 10, 71-61. 23.7 on the clock, but the Roberts Wesleyan call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep you here.
Now the Redhawks have 23.7 seconds to work with, and I understand Coach Gary Andrews not wanting the Redhawks to foul Bonin, as you see there. Makes it look easy from the free throw line, but with limited time remaining, that took off at least, 32? It took off almost a complete 9 seconds from the game clock, and the Redhawks are going to need as much time as they can. They're down by 10 points. So we'll see what Gary Andrews draws up for a play here, as Redhawks are going to need a quick bucket and then some. But the timeout does advance the ball up to the front court.
Emily Miller gets the ball in for the Knights, but she loses it, and it's going to stay with the Redhawks.
20.4 seconds on the clock.
So Emily Miller's found, but it looks like there was she tried to put up the three, and it was tipped. The Knights got the rebound, and then there was a quick foul by Emily Miller. That's her second personal, team 6.
Foul called on number 11, Emily Miller's second personal.
Shooter will be Madison Rowland. 2 shots.
So second shot is made. Lead is back to 11, 72-61, 14 seconds on the clock. Fields bringing it up for the Redhawks. She goes for a long three. Doesn't quite hit, but Emily Miller with the rebound, and she's able to get the putback. And there's going to be another quick foul.
Foul called on number 20,
Sarah Nady, second personal foul, excuse me. So first shot is missed. So 5.3 seconds left here in the game. Second shot is missed. Let's see if they can get just one more shot off, just because. Fields with the ball. She tries to put it up. No good, so that's going to be the end of the game.
That's ball game.
Final game is going to be the Knights of Queens College, 72-63. Very hard fought for a team that came in 19-3 for the Knights. The Redhawks, they stayed with them most of the game. So that's going to be in for the women's game. The men's game is coming up after, but hopefully we'll get an interview with head coach Gary Andrews soon after this. So we'll be back in a moment. You're watching Roberts Wesleyan Women's Basketball on RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what does better look like? Any counselor can discuss the mind-numbing effects of depression, but I have a confession. A better counselor can look past the message, give a lost soul direction. Any nurse can scan and study an EKG, but a better nurse is one that can break the chains of a patient's anxiety. Any businessman can learn the secret to increase revenue, but a better one is giving back to spur a community to pull through. Any educator can teach to pass a test, but a better one is those challenging the struggling without neglecting the rest. Any lawyer can process the papers to finalize a foreclosure, but a better one is finding the solution to help the client to start over. Any doctor can fill out a prescription, but a better one helps their patients see beyond their affliction. Any athlete is driven by competition, but a better one encourages no matter their position. Any pastor can plan a church event, but a better one reminds their church that God is present. Any artist strives for perfection, but a better one inspires through creativity, divine connection. But what if I had a suggestion? One that begs the question
We're back here
that
at the Baller
settling just for
Athletic Center with
any
women's head
isn't
coach
an
Carrie
option.
Andrews.
But what if I told
Mr.
you?
Andrews had a very hard-fought game. It was 73-62. The Knights, they came into this game with a 19-3 overall record. They're 12-1 in the conference. Obviously, only had one loss, so obviously they're a very good team. They only had 11 games. They're on an 11-game winning streak. This would make it 12. You know, were you guys at all intimidated coming into this game, knowing you're playing such a talented team, and what was kind of your strategy going into the game?
I don't think we were intimidated. Our game plan was try to make some of the girls that aren't scorers have to take a lot of shots, and I thought we did that. I mean, their point guards probably ended up taking about 20 shots, and they're used to taking like 3 or 4. So we did some good things. I just thought there at the end, we missed 3 free throws in a row, and we made some stupid plays, some bad passes, and lost our composure. We were right there and had a chance. We make those free throws and don't lose our, the bad thing is we lost our composure, made some bad passes, and then they didn't go down and play defense. That's the big thing we got to learn. You make a bad pass, you still can play defense.
Absolutely.
But, we're still young, and, even our returnees and our young kids are still, learning. And, but I was proud of our effort. We battled, and they're
Absolutely.
very, very talented team, the most talented team in the East, and one of the most talented teams in the country. And we didn't even shoot well. We had a chance to win it.
Absolutely. They had a lot of plays where they had a wide open player under the hoop on the help side. Do you think that was a huge factor in why they're able to execute and finish on their offense?
Well, they're 2 big girls. The 2 Rollins inside are all Americans. I mean, they're the 2 best players in the conference, and it's not really even close. They're so hard to guard, so we had to give up something. So we were trying to sag off some of the girls that aren't shooters, and a couple times. Then once they hit a couple, we wanted to get through them, and people forgot, didn't listen very well. But that's why we're learning. Some of our older, they'll learn from it, and we'll get better.
Absolutely. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of for this game. It was a great game. You guys should be proud of yourself. Hopefully you can finish off next time. Thank you for giving me a couple minutes of your time.
Okay, thank you.